BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt and let my family take care of yours.
Live from Jerry Eskew Gymnasium on the campus of Jackson Christian School. This is USJ Bruin Basketball, proudly presented by Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz Sports Network. Hello again, everyone. Steve Beverly here to bring you all of the play-by-play tonight on the USJ Bruin Network. And it is going to be a distinctive rematch between these two that had a dandy back on January the 5th at USJ. That was when the Lady Bruins were down 16-6 in the first quarter and still trailing at halftime. And then they had a monumental third quarter to go up 41-29 and kept that lead, winning it 53-41 over Tony Schutt's Jackson Christian Lady Eagles. Tonight, each team is 13-5 coming in, but more importantly, it is a region game. And so that's all you have to say about this, in addition to the fact that you're going to have a nearly packed place in here, and it's going to be loud for most of it. So get ready to fasten your seatbelts because it is going to be one to remember tonight. Now, a couple of things here for both of these teams. Jackson Christian will be going without senior 5'8" guard Lily Barnes, who is injured. And on the other hand, USJ will be going without the services of Ava Barham, their senior, the only senior on this ball club and the post player. Ava has not re-injured her shoulder, we've been assured, but she is ill tonight and just could not go this evening. They made a decision to keep her out of the lineup, and so that puts a little bit added pressure on Halen Ayers, who had 28 points and 7 rebounds when these two teams met just 2.5 weeks ago. Lily Teague added 8. She had a couple of threes, and Ava had 7 herself. So the guard play is going to be extraordinarily important for Joel Ayers' team. In the first meeting, Jackson Christian was led by junior Riley Bradford, who was the smallest player they had on the floor at 5'3". She had 12 points, had a couple of three-pointers. Gibson Boykin added 8, and the junior 5'10" Carly Holt also had 8. But you've got a situation tonight that it could be a supreme equalizer, not having Barham in there with her heavy presence. Not only just her scoring, but the fact that she neutralizes a lot of under-the-goal baskets. But tonight, as Joel said before the game, it is what it is. So you go with who you got, and so he's just 1- tonight, and we'll see what happens as this one transpires a little bit more than 9 minutes from now from Jackson Christian. So we're going to take a break right now and let you have an opportunity to visit with the good people who bring you USJ Bruin basketball. And when we come back, we'll do some more to set you up for tonight's game.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, No job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installation, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
This is not your typical car dealer ad. You usually see words like this and numbers like this. I'm not doing it. We have discounts. We have special interest rates, just like everybody else. What they don't have is me.
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 Me. Me. Buy your next vehicle where you feel comfortable, and that's with us. Visit online for savings and rates. You should already be here.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires. We can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Back live at Jerry Eskew Gym And we're less than 4 minutes away from the start of tonight's game. One of the things that's going to be tough on both of these teams is that today was the first day for both schools back in session after having to deal with the icy and snowy conditions that we had that plagued our whole community for a week. And they were closed yesterday. Everybody reopened today. The parking lots are clear. The streets are fine. They're just wet because we have had some rain. We've had a lot of moisture in the air today. We have no threat of going back down to the type of record temperatures that we had last week. So we should be fine to go for the rest of the way. And there are a lot of people who are very happy about that after having to deal with a lot of slippery conditions all over Jackson. But these schools have had a limited amount of practice in the last week because of that. And so it is going to be interesting to see how that potentially will affect both teams' performance on the court tonight. And as we look back at what happened when they met the first time out, it was Jackson Christian led by Riley Bradford, 5'3" junior. She was the only one in double digits with 12. 8 each for Gibson Boykin and Carly Holt. Halen Ayers put on a show with 28 points and 7 rebounds, and she was the huge catalyst in that third quarter rally that gave USJ a 12-point lead. But one of the big keys in that, and this could be major in this game tonight, is how Tony Schutz may try to build some kind of defense against this all-court pressure that Joel Ayers loves to play against every one of his opponents. It made a huge difference the first time out because in that game, the Lady Bruins forced 22 turnovers and picked up 26 points off of those mistakes. That is phenomenal for high school basketball. And it was huge that night on January 5th when USJ won that one 53-41. We remind you that about 15 minutes after the close of this game, we'll be right back here again with the men's half of this doubleheader between USJ and Jackson Christian. And anytime you put those two together, or anytime you mix Trinity into the mix with that, you have a huge, intense evening. And the players coming back over to join their respective benches. And here we go with our national anthem.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And now we're ready to introduce the starting lineups, and the Lady Bruins will be first, wearing their powder blue uniforms and the red numerals. And Ava Barham, get well soon. You are missed tonight by the fans. Ellen Driver, of course, she's going to be going after every loose ball she can find. One of the most intense players you'll see in high school basketball. And Sophie King, I don't have to tell you about her focus and concentration. Halen Ayers, and she is the leader on this ball club in scoring and rebounding. Lily Teague, whose three-point shooting has been a tremendous increase as we've gone into December and January. And Mia Spellings will be starting in place of Ava Barham tonight. And here come the Lady Eagles being introduced. Riley Bradford, the 5'3" junior. And she was the big gun when these two teams met the first time on January 5th. Taylor Baines, a 5'8" senior. And Elena Yarbrough, the 5'9" senior. So they're starting a more experienced group on this Jackson Christian team. Gibson Boykin, 5'7" junior. And Tess Little, the 5'4" junior. And we are just about set to go. The matchup between Jeff Jones and, well, now Jeff is just coming up the stands here, looking this direction. And the collision between Joel Ayers and Tony Schutz, two of the outstanding coaches here. And these teams, if you want to think about an even matchup, they're both 13-5 coming into tonight. And Halen Ayers is out there ready to jump it. And we're glad to have all of you aboard, all of you moms and dads, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers and sisters, and close friends. And we're just glad to have you here tonight. If you couldn't make it to Jackson Christian for the game, we are glad to bring it to you. And here goes the tip. Let the games begin, and the Lady Bruins will control it. This is a crisp passing team, but it does take time. And there's your first turnover of the game as it's kicked away. And still immediately going into that four-girl pressure. And they got wide open down underneath. That's what you have to be careful of on the press. And Elena Yarbrough with the first basket of the game. Here's Halen Ayers. And on the inside, she finds Ellen Driver for the first USJ basket. That's off the assist by Halen, and she can do that. She can dish off and find the open player just as well as she can score. And they're going to keep it behind the perimeter at this point. You're going to have a big battle underneath between Yarbrough and Halen Ayers. They're trying to work it down the baseline, and almost open for the three was Bradford. And the jumper, in and out. But the follow is there for Taylor Baines. Ayers with about a 30-footer, and it bounds off. They scramble for it. We're going to have a scrum down here. Whoa! A huge collision, and it looks like the official has called a foul. Halen can put them up from anywhere on the floor, but that one is charged to Lily Teague. That is her first. Lily was trying to snatch that ball away, and the official said it got a little bit too rough and called the foul. This is not unlike what happened the first time out, where the Lady Bruins were down 16-6 at the end of the first quarter. And a big lob, and but it was a little bit too wide, and that is the first turnover of the game for the Lady Eagles. They're double teaming the ball and the foul. And again, a little bit too aggressive on that one. And the foul is charged to Gibson Boykin, her first. So Sophie King will toss it in. We're just 2 minutes into this one in case you just joined us here on the USJ Network. There he goes. And nicely, it wasn't blocked, but you had a little bit of physical confrontation there. And the foul. So they're calling this one tight. That's on Sophie King, her first. And they're playing that strong man-to-man. They also play a 2-3 zone, which makes it difficult to get baskets on the inside. Reverse layup is there for Tess Little. So USJ taking some smart shots. They're employing a half-court trap on defense and trying to go down behind the defenders, and the foul for Lily Teague. Excellent drive. So we are piling up the fouls in the early going. And the foul is on Elena Yarbrough, her first. So a chance for a three-point play the hard way for Teague. And Lily delivers. So a 6-5 Lady Eagle lead. And once again, they've got everybody up front. Trying to wave her hand to get it was Gibson Boykin, and they didn't see her. And Tony shoots up off of that bench. And they've still got to navigate it across midcourt. And that's what this press really does to any team. And let's see, is it a 10-second violation? It indeed is. So the Lady Bruins will play it underneath. Second turnover now for the Lady Eagles. Ellen Driver was trying to sneak in right underneath the basket. Wide open in the corner from the screen, and Lily Teague for the three. Give her 6 so far in the game, and that's a big one because it came off the turnover. And, oh, my goodness, close to a palming violation. Traveling is called. They say that Taylor Baines took a step before she put hers up. So Lady Bruins trying to pick up another one off the turnover. And that's the big key for this team. And that one got astray, and Joel Ayers, I can see him right down here below us, extremely frustrated. He did not like the execution on that play. We're almost halfway through the first quarter. And slowing the tempo once again. Tony Schutz would prefer not to get into a shootout against the Lady Bruins. And let's see if they call a foul. And they charge that one to Halen Ayers. That'll be her first. 3 team fouls on the Lady Bruins, 2 on the Lady Eagles. And again, keeping it behind the perimeter. Yarbrough working against Ayers, trying to sneak down low. And we're under 4 minutes in this first quarter. And the offensive foul. Excellent defensive position on the part of Sophie King, and so that is the 4th turnover on Jackson Christian. And checking in for the Lady Eagles is Carly Holt, the 5'10 junior. They've got good size on this Jackson Christian team. And they're going to work it slowly again. And Halen kicks it to the outside, high arcing off the back of the iron. And the rebound comes off to Holt. Nobody has been to the free throw line so far tonight. And that one's going to go astray, and I think he said that it was last touched by a fingernail. It had to be on the part of the Lady Bruins, so it's still Jackson Christian ball. And here's a steal. This is going to be a foot race. Ellen Driver going to take it and has to pull back. Just couldn't beat out two defenders on that, but a nice steal nonetheless. Big bomb, not there. Rebound coming off to Baines. Mia Spellings had the range on that one, and here goes another turnover. Got in too big of a hurry, and here goes Halen Ayers going to try to take it all the way down, and is that going to be an offensive foul? Yes, the foul is on Halen Ayers, and that is her second. So in the first quarter, it is a tough situation for the Lady Bruins as we take time out with just under 3 minutes to go. It's an 8-6 USJ lead.
This is not your typical car dealer ad. You usually see words like this and numbers like this. I'm not doing it. We have discounts. We have special interest rates, just like everybody else. What they don't have is me. Buy your next vehicle where you feel comfortable, and that's with us. Visit online for savings and rates. You should already be here.
While we were away, Joel Ayers was having a distinctive conversation with one of the officials about that last call, and he was basically trying to indicate that he thought the call should have gone the other way. So Lady Bruins are in a little bit of trouble with Halen Ayers with 2 fouls here in the first quarter. They can ill afford to lose her this evening. Quick passing on the part of Jackson Christian and going for the bomb. Not there for Riley Bradford. And getting the follow shot is Riley on the backside. We're all square at 8. Going for the answer shot, and it is there. Perfectly delivered by Mia Spellings. Lady Bruins retake it at 11-8. And that's what you almost have to do. You got to work it down the middle to have the best chance of nullifying the press. Mia was trying to go for a steal that might have been a down the stretch. And working one-on-one, and let's see. The offensive foul is charged. And that's going to be charged to Blakely Melton, the 5'9" junior. And Joel Ayers is trying to spread his offensive formation out again. Halen having to be a little more cautious now with the 2 fouls here in the first quarter. And a dangerous pass, and Halen managed to keep it up underneath. Nice job of blocking it, and that may be 3 on Halen Ayers. No, they're going to charge that to Ellen Driver. I think every USJ fan in attendance here was standing absolutely thinking that may have been, and that is the 15 foul, so that's going to put them in the bonus. I think everybody who's a USJ fan in here was looking at that and thinking, oh my goodness, not 3 on Halen, but it was Ellen Driver's first foul. I think Halen thought it was going to be called on her. So this is our first trip to the line tonight for Jackson Christian, and it's right there through the heart. You figure this is going to be a very evenly matched contest. Second one is also there. So Tess Little with the 2 free throws and very quickly down the floor for USJ. And a big bomb for Halen. Yes, sir. That's about 25 feet out. And believe it or not, that is Halen's first basket of the game. Lady Bruins with their largest lead at 14-10, and Jessie Vi is going to come out, and Halen Ayers Jessie's coming in, and Halen is checking out. I'm sure they're going to do everything they can to protect her foul situation. And they back out of the zone press. And they lob it to the inside, definitely traveling. There's no question about that. It was a bang-bang play, almost an offensive foul, and we've already seen 4 of those called in this game tonight between the two teams. Carly Holt charged with traveling. So it's Lily and Ellen paralleling the backcourt once again. And Ellen's going to have to be quarterbacking this ball club right now. Double teaming in the corner. And it's knocked away, and the Lady Bruins will play it. And Jessie Vi was coming over as if she was going to toss it in. I thought for a second there that Lily was going to fire up a big 3. Jessie's going to have help, somebody coming to the ball. We're in the final 30 seconds. And down the middle, the floater just goes off the back of the iron, which was unkind. And they scramble for it. And a foul. And that one's going to be charged to Sophie King, her second. Carly Holt goes to the line to shoot 2. She had 8 points in the first meeting between these two. And just a little bit right on that. Checking in for the Lady Bruins is Lita Rose, and coming out for a break is Sophie King with the 2 fouls. So they're in a little bit of foul jeopardy here in the first period with 24 seconds remaining. Second one goes through for Carly Holt. Wide open for the 3 and too much on it. They get the offensive board. They're down to 9, and Joel Ayers is barking the instructions and the foul. And they charge an offensive foul to Jessie Vi. Lady Eagles have 6 seconds to try to navigate it down and get some kind of basket. And trying to take it all the way down and overshooting it. And neither one of them go. So we have completed our first 8 minutes, and it's been a game full of fouls and some very physical contact throughout this one. And your score at the end of the first quarter is USJ 14, Jackson Christian 11. Back with quarter number 2 right after this.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
A foul was called at the end of the quarter. They put 0.2 of a second back on the clock. Lily Teague was there, missed her first, got the second. And I have to be candid with you, we didn't see the foul being called, and I doubt if anybody did in the place. Now that is the end of the first quarter, and your score is USJ 15, Jackson Christian 11. Back after this message.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on, we can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Lady Bruins on top 15-11, and Lily Teague has almost half the points with 7 tonight. Mia Spellings and Aylin Ayers with 3 each, and Ellen Driver with 2. On the other side, Tess Little is the leader with 4, and you got 3 other players with 2. And the Lady Eagles will have first possession as we start quarter number 2. And they have largely been keeping it behind the perimeter. And USJ back in that 2-3 zone that makes it very hard to penetrate the middle. They go for the bomb, and that's the air ball. So Bradford could not deliver from outside. And as so many coaches will tell you, a play like that, you consider it the equivalent of a turnover, even though you don't chalk it up as that in the scorebook. And Halen Ayers playing with 2 fouls, and also with 2 fouls is Sophie King. A lot of motion in this offense for the Lady Bruins, as you always see it. And she is really hemmed up. And a 5-second violation. When you're closely guarded, you've got 5 seconds to get rid of it. A lot of players don't know that rule. They had nobody that was coming to the ball, and part of that was the excellent defense that was being portrayed by Jackson Christian. Steve Beverly with you live with this always thrilling contest between these 2 rivals here on the USJ Network. And again, they're keeping it outside the perimeter. And they go on the inside, going for a big bomb from the outside, and that one caroms off, and Halen Ayers with her first rebound of the game. Lady Bruins have been hanging to this 2 to 4 point lead since about midway through the first quarter. This is looking like it may be a lower scoring game than what we saw over at USJ just 18 days ago. There's a steal. Trying to take it all the way down and overshooting it, navigating it away. They are going to get the offensive rebound. Big bomb 3. No, iron unkind. And they're going to scramble for it, and everybody goes to the deck. And they slow it up once again. And we have gone 2 minutes and 20 seconds in this second quarter, and nobody has scored. And they're going to the inside, and she had nowhere to go. Again, the bomb doesn't go. But the offensive board is there for Jenna Tinsley. And we finally have a basket here. A 15-13 game, wild pass cross court and driving to the inside and drawing the foul. Excellent drive by Sophie King. She sensed the defenders coming down on her and draws the foul. And it looks like that one's going to be on Tinsley. That's her first. So Sophie to the line for 2, and it's short. And you got multiple substitutions. Jessie Vi checking back in and Lily Teague checking back in for USJ, and for Jackson Christian, Taylor Baines and Gibson Boykin. So they bring in some fresh troops as we're approaching the 5-minute mark in the first half. Both of them are short. And trying to roll it down as quickly as possible was Boykin. She's a dual threat. She can drive it to the inside and shoot it from outside. And Bradford is the one who, she's the one that puts the key in the ignition for this team. So far in this one tonight, 6 different Lady Eagles have scored, and you've had 4 different Lady Bruins. The bomb is not there once again. And the rebound on the offensive board, Riley Bradford. And going right through the defenders, Elena Yarbrough for the basket. And we are tied at 15. Joel Ayers is barking out offensive instructions to his team. There's that change of pace dribble. It was knocked away from behind, but wide open on the drive. Ellen Driver recovered it. So far tonight, Ellen 2 for 4 from the floor. And the Lady Bruins get back on top. This is one of those that you sense could go all the way to the last possession of the game. And open and not falling, and it goes off of the foot. Well, from our vantage point, it looked like it went off of the foot of Elena Yarbrough, but the official says no. He's giving the ball back to the Lady Eagles. And I think Joel Ayers is, again, not happy with that call. Getting set to check back in is Mia Spellings. This has been a very low-scoring contest so far, particularly compared to the first meeting between these two. Fall away. Nice on the turnaround jumper for Taylor Baines. And they try to get back down underneath, and Halen's going to put it up, and it's in the foul. Halen with those key offensive rebounds and managing to drive it home. And that's a big one to get the Lady Bruins even a small amount of momentum after they gave up 6 consecutive points. And Halen gives them a 3-point lead. She has 6 in the game. Lily Teague is the leader with 7. And Halen having to play, it's hard to tell her not to play aggressively because that's the kind of player she is, but she's having to be a little more cautious with those 2 fouls. And trying to drive down the baseline, and they curl it in, and the foul. Taylor Baines. And the foul is charged to Mia Spellings. That is her first, so they have a chance to match cards with a 3-point play. Baines with 6 to lead the Lady Eagles. And not there, and Halen Ayers high for the rebound, and a foul off of that. They're calling it tight tonight. And that one is going to be charged to Gibson Boykin, her second. There's not much leeway. Sometimes you talk about that the officials let them play, but they're calling it very, very tight in this one tonight. Switching hands on that dribble. Excellent driver is Lily Teague. And that one goes off of the foot of Carly Holt, so they'll play it on the side. And I don't know why the clock is continuing to run. It shouldn't be. And I think the official just caught it. They had about 14 seconds to run off on the clock. So they got to come back over there and check it. I was looking because we don't have anything close to a mercy rule going on right here of a 30-point lead, and you have a continuously running clock, so they move it back to 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which is Actually, they probably put a couple of extra seconds back on the clock. Halen stops and pops. It goes off to the right. Jessie Vi with the rebound. And Halen is in all kinds of trouble. They're triple teaming her. Look at the drive and the left-hand layup and the foul. Taylor Baines commits, and Lily Teague with an opportunity to get into double figures. And Lily gets the three-point play. She is the game leader with 10. And they need all out of her tonight that they can possibly get. And high arm extension, but it's not there. And here goes Halen. And she's going to take it all the way and can't get it to drop. And knocked out of bounds by Holt. So checking out of the game is Lily Teague. She's going to come out. No, that's not Lily. That's Sophie King. She's going to come out for us. Sophie's also playing with 2 fouls. And they work wide open as Jessie Vi. Perfect form on that as she turns and fires. That's the largest lead of the game now for either team, 25-19, Lady Bruins. And they take it again very, very slowly. We're under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. This has been one of those that you call a grinder. You haven't had really any transition baskets. Haven't been able to let Flywood down the stretch tonight because it has been largely a defensive game. And they go to the inside to Holt. She gets underneath. Halen had no choice but to let her get to the inside with her 2 fouls. So it's back to the 4-point game. Driving all the way down, overshooting it. But Vi with that offensive rebound. Big corner shot, not there. And the rebound coming off to Gibson Boykin. And that was tipped. They're going to go to the inside, and that's before the foul, and that one's going to be charged to Lita Rose. So Lita's first. That is the 3rd team foul on the Lady Bruins in this second period. And not there. Holt had an opening and couldn't get it to drop. Halen's going to put one up. Just a little bit too far right. And they tip it around, and the rebound coming off to Boykin. And the foul on, nope, it's going to go back in the other direction. One official was signifying foul, but it is a turnover, and so that is the 9th turnover of the game. For the Lady Eagles, 6 points off that mistake, off those mistakes for USJ. And Halen works it back into the corner. Quick release on that 3, and it's short. And the rebound to Riley Bradford, her 2nd of the game. For a minute, it looked as though Tess Little was going to let fly with one, and they go to the corner for the 3. And not there. They have not been able to successfully navigate those tonight. And that is the end of the first half. Jessie Vi picked up that rebound. So we have completed 16 minutes of play, and it has been a grinding defensive battle. And just as it was at the end of the first quarter, USJ still on top 25-21. And we're going to go to the Worthy Road Studios BallGame Blitz Sports Network scoreboard here so that we can give you the scoring totals. And it has been Lily Teague who has had herself an outstanding night so far with 10 points. And she is the game leader. Halen Ayers has had to be a little bit more careful with her aggressiveness after picking up 2 fouls in the first quarter alone. She has 6. 4 for Ellen Driver, 3 for Mia Spellings with a big bomb that she had, and Jesse Vi with 2. And for Jackson Christian, you've got Taylor Baines, their leader, with 6. 4 for Tess Little, 2 for Riley Bradford, 3 for Carly Holt, 4 for Alana Yarbrough, and 2 for Jenna Tinsley. So we are at halftime at 25-21. Let's take this break, and we'll come back in about 4 minutes after you visit with some of our fine people that bring you USJ basketball, and that's our wonderful sponsors.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
This is not your typical car dealer ad. You usually see words like this and numbers like this. I'm not doing it. We have discounts. We have special interest rates, just like everybody else. What they don't have is me. Me. Buy your next vehicle where you feel comfortable, and that's with us. Visit online for savings and rates. You should already be here.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Well, let's take a look at your Worthy Road Studios and BallGame Blitz Sports Network halftime statistics. And we're a little less than 4 minutes away, and neither team has come back onto the floor for the second half. Dead even from the floor. Each team 9 of 21 for 43%. And that's about how you would expect it with the way this game has unfolded and the strategy both of these coaches have applied, because of the fact it has been pretty much a defensive game across the board. In three-point shots, this is a big difference right here, even though you may take a look at this and say, well, okay, it's not quite as much as it looks on the surface, but USJ 3 out of 8 for 37.5%. We round that up to 38. And Jackson Christian has missed all 7 of its opportunities from behind the arc. That could be a critical figure as we go down the stretch of the second half. Rebounding, the edge is going to Jackson Christian. They've had a number of second chance opportunities at basket. They've got the edge 13-9. And then in turnovers, USJ has given it up 6 times and the Lady Eagles 9. USJ has picked up 6 points off those turnovers by Jackson Christian, and the Lady Eagles have only managed 1 basket. So what you got at this stage right now, it's a 4-point game, and they've got the edge by 4 points on points off turnovers tonight. And that's really a factor that is so underappreciated, but we look at that very closely because a lot of times that is a key stat that tells us where the game is actually being won or lost. The other thing is when you lose the rebounding battle, it's many times you're giving up second and third chances at the basket. So that's how everything looks with your halftime stats, brought to you again by Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz Sports Network. We are live at Jerry Eskew Gymnasium here on the campus of Jackson Christian for the rematch between these two teams when they got together on January the 5th at USJ. It was a 53-41 victory. It was the third quarter that the Lady Bruins really began to put the oil in the tank and came from behind for a 12-point lead that they held on to for the rest of the contest. This is one of those, though, when you're playing at the other guy's house, you know it's going to be tougher. The sight lines are different than when you're playing at home, and they've got the edge in the crowd, although there is a big turnout of USJ fans that have made it out here for tonight's game. And Joel Ayers altering his lineup just a bit because of the fact that Ava Barham is out sick tonight and couldn't go. And so particularly tonight, Lily Teague has picked up the slack. She's got 1 3-pointer, but 10 points to lead the Lady Bruins. Halen Ayers has had to be a little more cautious because she had 2 fouls in the first quarter alone. And she may have an opportunity here in the third quarter to get a little more aggressive once again. A little bit of an off night in shooting for Halen because she is 2 for 7 for 28%. And the alternate possession is going to go to USJ, so they're going to be coming down left to right as our camera angle is. And here we go, and let's see what Lily does with it as we begin this third quarter of action. They keep it around the perimeter as well. They have not been able to penetrate the inside that much either. Dangerous bounce pass, but they retrieve it. Underneath, Ellen Driver thought about that reverse layup. Instead, dishes off, and the 3 goes astray. They scramble for it, and they're going to give it back to the Lady Eagles. Mia had a three-pointer in the first quarter, but they have been hard to come by for both teams in this game. Quickly down the floor is Riley Bradford. They would love to be able to reel off about an 8 to 10 point run here and force USJ to have to play catch-up. Slowing it down again is Tess Little. And they're going to go to the inside, and the pass goes astray. They tried to get that one into Taylor Baines. That is turnover number 10 for the Lady Eagles. That's been another big factor in this game, is forcing those 10 turnovers. And in a tight game like this, getting 6 points off of those mistakes has been huge for the Lady Bruins. And Lily is open, but nobody is coming toward her. Halen's going to stop and pop for the three, and that one would just, she didn't have her good look at the basket with that. And once again, they work that perimeter, which is what they've been doing all night, and that is an aggressive move on the part of Elena Yarbrough. And the foul is charged to Ellen Driver. That'll be her second. So Yarbrough will go to the line for two. She had 4 points in the first half. This is her first trip to the free throw line. And they have had their troubles tonight from the stripe. And gets the friendly roll on the second one. They're 4 of 7 for 57% quickly with that big pass down the floor. But Lily, with that change of pace, thought about going in down the lane. But they quickly picked her up with 2 on the double team. And they're looking for any kind of screen that they can get. There's a big battle going on between Tess Little and Halen Ayers. Halen has the height advantage, definitely. A 3-point lead for the Lady Bruins. We've gone 2 minutes into this period. Halen puts it up and can't get it to go, and the rebound coming off to Baines. Halen a little bit out of sync tonight with her short jump shot. Knocked away nicely. Excellent defense on the part of Mia Spellings. So Riley Bradford will toss it in. The 5'3" junior. And now this is a designed out-of-bounds play. Tony Schute's teams have tried to navigate this. A lot of times what they try to do is toss it in like that and then take it right back down the lane. But this zone defense being employed by the Lady Bruins makes that very, very difficult. They're going to go in the middle once again. Not as much movement of the offensive players as you see in some situations where it's a constant rotation. And no call on that one, and the rebound comes off to Mia Spellings. And there's a steal, and this one looks like it may be going all the way. And down the stretch she goes, but it doesn't drop. And actually, that was probably a good foul. Mia Spellings with her second. So Taylor will go to the line for 2. She's missed her only opportunity so far tonight. That was part of an attempted 3-point play. Gets that one. So it's a 25-23 game, and Carly Holt will check back in. And coming out is Elena Yarbrough. Mia is now playing with 3 fouls and got the second. So it's down to a 1-point lead, and the pass was ill-advised there as they try to come up with another one off the turnover, and they do. Taking it all the way down, it is a 5-0 run. Taylor Baines picks it up off the turnover from the corner. That's there. Big one. And a foul underneath. Now the question is the basket going to count? Was it before the shot went up by Sophie King? All right, I think he's saying the basket counts. So Sophie King has quickly put the Lady Bruins back on top. And apparently no foul was being called. Now they're going back into their full court pressure. That was a big one for Sophie to get some momentum. That was the first basket of this third quarter for the Lady Bruins. Each team 13-5 on the season. It's about as even a matchup as you could possibly have. Baines was trying to do a spin move but couldn't make it work, and we're close to the 4-minute mark to go in the third quarter. Lady Bruins by a single basket. Big long bomb. No. And Ellen Driver quickly with the rebound. And underneath. Could not make it go. And they lose it away. That's the 9th turnover for the Lady Bruins. And that was one, if you're a USJ fan, you just say that hurt. They had a 2-on-1 situation and couldn't make it drop. They're going to go into the inside with Holt. And she overshoots it, and Halen Ayers with the rebound. Very quickly. Couldn't get it up high enough, but Halen does on the follow. I think that's important for Halen's confidence as much as anything. That's her 6th rebound of the game. And a steal. Lily and Halen with a bomb. No, iron unkind. They scramble for it, but coming down is Boykin. And the foul as they collide down over on the right-hand side of the blue. And that is the 3rd foul on Sophie King. No, they are putting up. Nah, they moved back. It looked like the 4th foul. I didn't think so, and our card said 3 fouls as well. If anything, I'm not sure tonight that Joel Ayers can go as deep on his bench as Tony Schutz can. And again, they just slow that tempo down to a snail's pace. And they're working back toward a man-to-man and overshooting it, and the foul. And let's see who went to the deck. That's Ellen Driver, and that is her 3rd. So you've got Ellen Driver with 3, Mia Spellings with 3, Sophie King with 3. And Boykin will go to the line. She has not scored tonight. And her first trip to the stripe. Off the back of the iron. And checking in for Jackson Christian is Jenna Tinsley. This game's so important for the region standings. Second one is there, and Boykin is finally on the board. A 30-27 game. It's been a very, very low-scoring third quarter once again. Very nearly a foul. Ayers being worked on by Tinsley. She's very deliberate. She loves to lull you to sleep and put up a bomb or find an open player that they're not expecting, and Vi set up a perfect screen. Ellen Driver, great drive on the inside. That look of intensity on Ellen's face, and you just know she is not going to be stopped unless somebody clobbers her in that case, and they did not. Back to a 5-point lead. Largest lead has been 6 for the Lady Bruins. And this is one of those that could come down to whoever has the ball last. And again, they're keeping it beyond the perimeter mostly. They'd like to get a screen and maybe and that one goes off of the knee of Riley Bradford. Halen. The long one is there from 25 feet out, and it is off the turnover. So Halen, that's her second three of the game. She had one in the first quarter. She now has 11, and that is the largest lead for USJ at 35-27. They have just slowly, methodically extended this lead to a three-possession game for the first time. Trying to drive right down the middle. It did not fall for Jenna Tinsley, and she had an opportunity at it. All the way down, it is Ellen Driver. Ellen with 8. It is a 10-point lead now, a 4-possession advantage for the Lady Bruins, and this will probably be the final possession of this third period. They got to hurry to get one off. And the jumper does not go for Riley Bradford, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 3. And for the Lady Bruins, you cannot call it an explosion, but they just gradually extended it to a 10-point margin. They're up 37-27, and we're going to have to hold them, Lady Bruins, as we go to the fourth quarter. Stay with it.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Well, let's catch you up on our scoring totals, brought to you by Worthy Road Studios. And taking a look at it for Jackson Christian, their game leader is Taylor Baines with 10 and Elena Yarbrough with 5. They're the leaders of their total of 27 for USJ. Halen Ayers came up with 5 in that third quarter to put her at 11. She had another big three-pointer from about 25 feet out. Lily Teague with 10 and Ellen Driver with 8. Ellen had a couple of beautiful drives that went in for layups in that period, and so it's 37-27 and the Lady Eagles with first option here in this fourth quarter. USJ's defense has been most effective tonight. You haven't seen a lot of explosive plays, but it has been the kind that has neutralized the offensive efforts on the part of Jackson Christian. And trying to drive it home was Little, and she had nowhere to go because of that double teaming. And overshooting it but drawing the foul is Boykin. And I think they're going to look for her, and that's Lily Teague's second foul. I think they're going to be looking for her to try to more aggressively attack the basket. She had 8 points when they met the first time out on January the 5th. Now, the key thing for the USJ team is to not change strategy and start playing not to lose. You got to go with the same kind of focus and strategy that you did in that third quarter that allowed you to send that wide open underneath was Vi, and she didn't go for it. If she had turned around and seen the basket, she was wide open for a layup. We're almost 1 minute gone into this fourth quarter. And Halen almost threw it away, but she was fouled. They'll play it underneath. And the foul is being charged to Boykin. That will be her third. USJ has 3 players with 3 fouls. They've got a screen. Lily's got a shot. It would not go, and the rebound comes off to Taylor Baines. That one looked like it was going to be money in the bank for Lily, but it just didn't go, and they're getting set to bring Sophie King back in the game. USJ still effectively, they're going more in a man-to-man defense now. Then switch back up to that 2-3 zone whenever necessary, and nicely navigated. Carly Holt put it up high off the glass. And Jessie Vi tossed that one aside. And they go to the inside to Holt. And she does it again over Halen Ayers, and Halen is charged with her third. And they have this crowd electrified because it's a 6-0 run in just the first minute and 49 seconds of this fourth quarter. So for Holt, that gives her 7 in and out. And Halen high for the rebound. That is her 7th. And Lily Teague couldn't get the bounce and knocked out of bounds and and they give it back the other way. And that was, shall we say, a rather interesting negotiation on that one. It's down to a 4-point game. It was 10 when we started this fourth quarter. And Lady Bruins have been forced to deliver defensive pressure when this game has gotten that tight. They go to Holt once again, and it is stripped away. It goes back to the Lady Eagles. Joel Ayers is going to call timeout. We'll take one as well. Don't go anywhere, folks. The blood pressure is going to go up. It's 37-33. Lady Bruins still on top.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
One of the keys here in this fourth quarter is that the Lady Eagles have picked up 4 points off of Lady Bruin turnovers. Now, that may not sound like much, but when you got a 4-point game like that, that is huge. And the Lady Bruins have gone 2 minutes and 17 seconds and have not been able to put one in the basket here in the final period. That 37-27 lead has suddenly frittered down to 4. And back we come. Regardless of who you're a fan of here, this one looks like one where the pulse beats are going to increase with each passing second. Lady Eagles could cut this down to 1, and they go for the bomb. That's well short. You knew it was going to happen, and it was far beyond, almost back to the wall. Holt did a good job trying to save it. So that's another one of those that you look at, and many coaches will say, well, when they did that one, and almost Ellen Driver was clobbered. They'll play it underneath. And I think Ellen's okay. It just, you could see it smacked her. She's got a smile out there. It takes a lot more than that to get Ellen Driver out of a game. And the foul is the second on Carly Holt. Lady Bruins with 3 players with 3 fouls. At this stage of the game, that doesn't really matter that much. Halen, the turnaround jumper, does not get the roll. Ellen, the rebound. And they'll slow the tempo down once again. Try to eat a little bit of clock on that. This is early to try to be doing almost a steal on that bounce pass. You got to have some authority on it. There it goes to Halen down the lane, and it's blocked, but she's fouled. That's the third on Carly Holt. That looked like a perfect give and go, and it probably would have. That's probably not a bad foul on the part of Carly Holt to break up with what was going to be a certain basket for Halen Ayers. She is the game leader with 11. In and out. And checking back in for the Lady Bruins, for the Lady Eagles is Elena Yarbrough. Halen Ayers rarely ever misses 2 in a row, and she doesn't there. She's got an even dozen, and it is back to the 5-point margin. They spread out the offense to try to beat that press, and they successfully navigated it. We're under 5 minutes from Jackson Christian. Lady Bruins have led it most of the way since late in the first quarter. But it's a precarious 5-point lead at this stage, almost stolen. And the jumper. And getting the friendly roll off of it is Gibson Boykin. Back to the 3-point game, a 1-possession lead for USJ. And you expect Halen, as their leader, is going to be the one that perhaps is going to have a lot of influence in how this one ends up. We're about halfway through the final 8 minutes. Halen with a 22-footer. No. And they scramble for it underneath, and Yarbrough with a big rebound. Halen had the range, but it just would not go. And a steal. That was an ill-advised pass. Open for the 3. No. Iron was unkind, and Holt with the rebound. Every possession is so precious at this point. Again, they're 1 3-point, and Tony Schutz is going to call timeout. So we'll take a break as well. 38-35 is going to be a great finish. Stay with us.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on, we can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt and let my family take care of yours.
Carly Holt did not start tonight for the Lady Eagles, but she has been a big influence here in the second half. She's got 7 points. She's had 2 very important baskets that have helped bring this Lady Eagle team from 10 down to only 3 behind, and they have held defensively. They have been tenacious. They have held USJ to a single point here in this fourth quarter. So the Lady Bruins are going with Driver, Teague, Sophie King, Halen Ayers, and let me see who else is out there. I'm trying to look to make sure I haven't left somebody out. Well, no matter, we're back to action as we are getting close to the 3-minute mark. This is Boykin. Being worked on by Lily Teague, trying to take it and overshoots it. Couldn't get the bank in. Lady Bruins from the corner. Yes! Mia Spellings with a big 3-pointer. It's a 2-possession lead again at 41-35. Mia just calmly drilled that one. 2.5 to go. They've got to be careful, both teams, not to turn the ball over in these late stages. Open for the 3. Quick release, but it was too short. And the offensive rebound is not going to matter. And it was away from the basketball. It's an offensive foul. And that's charged to Yarbrough. That will be her second. That could turn out to be a big one as we get close to 2:20 remaining. And the Lady Bruins calmly get it across midcourt. Ashley almost stolen. Excellent job by Taylor Baines. Almost sprinted it away, but Lady Bruins, all that did was shuttle time off the clock. We got 2:10 remaining. And smartly getting it back outside once again. Halen goes in the middle. Lily almost lost it and did. That ball was tipped just as she was trying to make her move, and she tried a desperation to save it. There's still 1:55 remaining. This Jackson Christian team has not hit a three-pointer tonight. So you figure they're either due for one or they're going to have to hold it and get 3 possessions. Almost stolen. A minute and a half remaining. And you can hear the Jackson Christian fans trying to get them to aggressively pursue the basket. Down to a minute 20. And they threw it away. Taylor Baines thought someone was open in the corner, and indeed they were not. 15 turnovers, and timeout is called. A minute 16 left. We'll be back. 41-35. Lady Bruins trying to hold on. Stay with us.
If you are in need of luxury interior design services, look no further than Campbell King Interiors. Based in Jackson, Tennessee, Caroline Campbell and Erica King have a combined experience of 31 years. From residential design services to commercial construction, no job is too big. Let Campbell King Interiors transform your vision into reality. You can find them at www.campbellkinginteriors.com or on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, you can say this is grinded out, gutted out, whatever you want to call it. This has been one of those old-fashioned, workmanlike games. We have seen almost no transition baskets in here, no down the stretches that we've been able to call, because these two teams have just been battling from really the beginning. Jackson Christian managed to close it down to within 4. We have a 6-point game now with 76 seconds remaining. Smart ball handling is at a premium now for USJ. And the question is going to be is if Tony Schutz decides to intentionally start fouling. And there's one of them. Riley Bradford. That's her second. And that is the 5th team foul, so that is going to put Ellen Driver on the line. She's not been there tonight. 8 points overall. And you can see she forced that one. Ellen's a very dependable free throw shooter. That one just, I think, released it a bit too soon. Rarity that you'll see Ellen Driver do that to miss 2 in a row. Now they're having to get into some kind of a sense of desperation. And timeout called by Tony Schutz with 53 seconds remaining. And we'll keep it right here, reminding you that Jackson Christian has not been able to get a three-pointer tonight. They have put it up 9 times from behind the arc, and none of them have fallen. And this has not been a game that really has depended on the three-point shot. Halen Ayers has had a couple for USJ. Lily Teague had one in the first quarter. And Mia Spellings had what might have been the three-point shot of her life midway through this fourth quarter when the game was 38-35, and that had extended it back to a 6-point margin. And a big key right here, again, is going to be defense and smart defense on the part of the Lady Bruins. And Joel Ayers calling everybody back over for one more conference to make sure they know who they're supposed to cover and where their position is supposed to be on the floor. Again, looking at the fact that Jackson Christian has not navigated a 3 tonight. They would virtually need 3 possessions to tie the game. And here we go. The final minute is underway. And you can tell they're wanting to pull up and take the 3, but the defense is just not allowing them. They're down to 43 seconds. Big bomb, not there. And the rebound by Mia Spellings. And they're going to take their time. Halen's going to get it across. And the foul. And that will send Halen to the free throw line. That one is on Tess Little, her first. Halen could probably put it on ice with one of these two. And that may be it. 42-35. Now you force Jackson Christian into having to get at least 1 3-pointer, now 2 3-pointers. 14 points for Halen Ayers to lead the Lady Bruins. And we're in the final 25 seconds. And this incredible zone defense has been outstanding. And they basically give her a free ticket as Boykin takes it down the lane and Tony Schutz calls timeout with 16.9 seconds remaining. This has been a different kind of game than when these two teams met initially, because that was one in which we saw Jackson Christian get out to a huge first quarter lead and lead most of the second period until an explosive third quarter at home that had the big crowd behind them for USJ and eventually resulted in a 53-41 victory. This one has been tight most of the way. The largest lead has been 10, and that was at the end of the third quarter when it was 37-27. And the Lady Bruin student body section here giving enthusiasm to their team. And it's Lady Bruin ball. They have to get it inbounds. And Ellen Driver with it. Nobody's down the floor, but they committed a foul. Lily Teague and I'm trying to see who else it was. Lily Teague and Mia Spellings were both wide open down the floor, but it doesn't matter because going to the line after the foul by Baines once again is Ellen Driver. She looks as intense from the free throw line as she does when she's chasing after every loose ball on the floor. Ellen, put it through. Once again, a 3-possession lead. There's not enough time left in this one. Down to the final 5. They'll kick it to the corner for the 3. Not there, and game, set, and match. The Lady Bruins in one that, again, took a lot of grit. And playing without Ava Barham in this one, 44-37. A relatively low-scoring game, but the Lady Bruins hang on to go 14-5 on the season, and the Lady Eagles 13-6. Let me give you the wrap-up scoring on this, and it'll be interesting to take a look. Lily Teague had 10 points. She had all of hers in the first half, but particularly 7 in that first quarter set a tone for the Lady Bruins. The leader was Halen Ayers with 14. She had 8 in the second half. So Lily and Halen alternated their influence over this game. Ellen Driver with that last free throw ended up with 9, and 3 each for Mia Spellings and Sophie King. 2 for Jessie Vi. But I got to tell you, that 3 that Mia Spellings had, and I think I said 3 on her. Mia had 2 3-pointers, but that 3 that she put up with 4 minutes and 19 seconds remaining to give the lead to USJ after it looked as though it was going to evaporate and give them a 6-point lead. That was huge. For Jackson Christian, the leader tonight was Taylor Baines with 10, but they held her scoreless in the final period, and that was critical for the Lady Bruins. 7 points on the night for Carly Holt, who had a very strong third quarter. So, big night. Lady Bruins picked up 11 points off turnovers. Not nearly as many as they did the first time out, but it was huge. And so they come away with a grinder tonight, 44-37. And you can see that the guys are on the floor now getting ready for theirs. And so we will take a break right now. And when we come back, we'll set you together for this one between the Bruins and the Eagles. Stay with us.
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
This is not your typical car dealer ad. You usually see words like this and numbers like this. I'm not doing it. We have discounts. We have special interest rates, just like everybody else. What they don't have is me.
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 Me. Me. Buy your next vehicle where you feel comfortable, and that's with us. Visit online for savings and rates. You should already be here.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires. We can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
This is not your typical car dealer ad. You usually see words like this and numbers like this. I'm not doing it. We have discounts. We have special interest rates, just like everybody else. What they don't have is me. Me. Buy your next vehicle where you feel comfortable, and that's with us. Visit online for savings and rates. You should already be here.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
One thing we failed to mention is that our Bruin Ruin Award goes to Mia Spellings for that big three-pointer that she hit that made the game 41-35 and really put the pressure, just a tremendous amount of pressure on Jackson Christian, and ultimately they could not come from behind, and so she ruined their opportunity for a comeback. So she gets the Bruin Ruin Award for this one, Mia Spellings. Congratulations to her. And we're about set to go with the guys' half of this doubleheader. When they met at USJ, the Bruins led all of the first three quarters, and then it got away from them in the final 3 minutes, 49-44 in a very low-scoring affair. Mills Terry and Brady Smith had 10 points each. They managed defensively to hold Sam Cale down to 6 points. They're going to need a bigger outing from him tonight. The Eagles were led by Aiden Shaw, the senior, with 20. And our national anthem.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
No matter where you are.
I have to tell you, I don't know who the young man was. He struggled a couple of times getting started, but that is true grit on his part. He did not give up and managed to get the national anthem out. What an effort that was. Brady Smith being introduced as the starters are coming onto the court. Hayes Carney. Sam Cale, they're introducing them in reverse numerical order. Here's Wallace Driver, and then, of course, the top scorer, Mills Terry, will follow behind. A huge part of the Jackson Christian victory down the stretch was the transfer junior that they had, Berman Jenkins, who had 17 points and 7 rebounds. And that was his first game as an Eagle. Here's Aiden Shaw. He's the guy that you got to look out for anywhere on the court with his 20-point average, and the senior. Berman Jenkins is a junior, but we saw him aggressively crash the glass just 18 days ago. Cole Vargason, and this sophomore has tremendous leadership skills on the court. Kelsey Rose, the freshman. And Ridgely Reagan, another one of the seniors on this ball club. And we're about set to go. And if you are a Bruin fan and just tuned in, the Lady Bruins gutted it out, grinded it out, but hung on for a 44-37 victory to sweep the season series against the Lady Eagles. So they are now 14-5 on the season. Coming in tonight, the Bruins are 14-4 and the Eagles 14-5. And to jump it, it's going to be Brady Smith against Berman Jenkins. And the Bruins get first possession. Let the games begin. We got a great turnout tonight. Tremendous student body from both teams. And you got to know it's going to be loud in here during this one. Forcing that one. Sam Cale had that one completely go astray. And Kyle Teichman off the bench, getting his first offensive set, ready to go. Steve Beverly with all the play-by-play here for Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz Sports Network. And they're keeping it behind the perimeter right now. A lot of rotation in this offense, and that one's short. Rose tried to put one up from long distance, and it didn't go. And traveling is called. They said Wallace took one step too many. There you go. Slow, deliberate so far. And on the inside and extending the arm is Ridgely Reagan for the first basket of the game. You got to be very athletic to make baskets like that go when you're going even from about 5 to 7 feet out. It's that strong arm extension that means a lot. And for the three. No, iron unkind, and they're just going to let that one go out of bounds. Wallace had the range, but it hit the back of the iron. And the difference in this one so far is when these two teams played initially, it was USJ that controlled the first 3 quarters. It was the final 3 minutes where the game got away from them. And reaching up high, it does not go, and the rebound comes off to Sam Cale. Bruins will move constantly on the floor to try to confuse their opponents. And this guy is a huge floor leader, Mills Terry. And watch this drive up the middle, and he slid, but they say there was a tripping foul. And that one is charged to Kelsey Rose. And that's the first foul of the game. Bruins trying to spread them out. Mills is going to go down the baseline. And the steal. That was a very athletic move to come away with that one. So the Eagles slow it down once again. They tended to be more deliberate in the first half against USJ the first time out. That one goes astray, and it is Driver with the rebound. So these two teams really just trying to measure each other to start with. The three, in and out. Mills Terry was robbed on that one. We only had one basket here in the first 3 minutes of this game. And this place is just about packed to capacity. Mills is working against Ridgely Reagan, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover gives it to the Bruins. Deuce Lawrence checks in, the sophomore, for the Eagles. So the Bruins have gone 3.5 without being able to put one on the board. Let's see how they do it with this possession. And constant circular movement in and out of the paint. Once again, driving on the inside, stop and fake, and it does not go for Hayes Carney. So Rose again will slow it down. We played half of the first 8 minutes. Change of pace. That one was blocked beautifully by Hayes Carney. From the corner. Three will not drop. And Rose with the rebound. It has just been very tough for the Bruins to be able to navigate anything in the early going. They've had some good looks at the basket. Almost stolen by Sam Cale. Jeff Jones off that bench to encourage his players. It's Vargason to toss it in. I guarantee you we're not going to continue at this particular pace of scoring for the entire contest. And they go on to the inside and jump ball, and the alternate possession will keep it in the hands of the Eagles. That was excellent defense. He was almost triangled there, about 6 feet away from the basket. Here goes Shaw. And again, look at Mills Terry aggressively pursuing his opponent. Brady Smith is attacking Shaw. We've completed more than 5 minutes in this game, and we have still, well, there you go, finally. It is Co Vargason with a three. 5-0. The Bruins still have not been able to put anything on the board. So far, 0 for 5 from the floor. And Reed Finney couldn't get it to drop again. It was right there, and he's back to get his own board. And that one is short. And going to the deck, the rebound finally comes off. And let's see what the call is. Apparently they're looking at something on the clock. It was the net down at the opposite end. Caden Cook checks in for the Eagles. So once again, we've gone 6 minutes. This is the longest drought that the Bruins have had all season long, and nobody down to pick up Deuce Lawrence. (7-0). And the Eagles are very tough at home if they get an early lead. And double dribble is called. And Sam Cale can't believe the call. So Ridgely Reagan to toss it in. And Jackson Christian feels very comfortable now trying to play more of a defensive type of game. They stay well beyond the perimeter at this point, but they're in no hurry to try to navigate any dangerous passes that could lead to a turnover and perhaps get an emotional turn in this contest. Spin move, and the basket doesn't go. Finney managed to kick that rebound over. And the foul. And that one is charged to Ridgely Reagan. That'll be his first. Checking out is Sam Cale, and coming in again is Hayes Carney. And the Bruins still haven't been able to buy one. And a 5-second violation. They could not get anybody open, and the only thing you can do is credit that to tremendous defense on the part of Jackson Christian. You don't want to get yourself dug into a hole much deeper than what they are in the early going. Here's Shaw once again. Shaw and Lawrence are an excellent backcourt combination. And on the drive, Shaw has it knocked away, but the tip goes through for Reagan. That's his second one of the game. And timeout is called by Jeff Jones with 36 seconds remaining. We'll take a break as it is Jackson Christian up 9-0.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel University.
No matter where you are,
our multi-camera broadcasts.
You can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Bruins looking for anything in this final 36 seconds of the first quarter to get something on the board. It's been a long time since the Bruin team. They've got it underneath that time into Mills Terry. And that's typical Bruin offense. So it's 9-2, and Jackson Christian will probably play it for the final shot of this quarter. Shaw trying to see if he can penetrate the inside. He's an excellent dribble penetrator. And underneath, they feed it inside to Ridgely Reagan, and there goes the foul. And that one is charged to Reed Finney. So Reagan will shoot two. And we got 2.4 seconds remaining. Right through the heart. A 10-2 game. Regardless of what happens here, the Bruins can only put up a desperation throw. Nailed them both. It's an 11-2 game. So all they can hope for is to fire this one in and try to see, and let's see. That was a big, long one, but just didn't have enough push on it, and that was asking a little bit much of Wallace Driver. So we've completed 8 minutes, and it has been all Jackson Christian. They lead the Bruins 11-2.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on, we can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Well, I'd love to be able to tell you that things are better than they look, but the Bruins were only able to get off 7 shots in that first quarter and finally get one in the final 20 seconds to go through. Here's where you need something to happen right off the bat on this first possession to give your team an emotional lift, if nothing else. Finney is open, goes for the 3, and again it won't go. And the foul is underneath. They'll play it behind the Bruin goal. The foul is charged. It looks like Carlos Robertson, the sophomore, committing his first foul. Open for the 3. Again short. It has just been a rough night all the way across for the Bruins. And there's Rose, and he tried to get it through, and he had a little bit of indecision as to whether to go in for the layup or try to toss it on the side, and it goes away. That's only the 2nd turnover of the game for the Eagles. And here, if you're USJ, you want to capitalize on those mistakes as much as possible, because on this floor, the Eagles don't give you that many handwritten opportunities. Mills Terry, again short. And Rose the rebound. And to the inside, they quickly picked up Carlos Robertson. And in the corner, the foul is going to be charged to Mills Terry. That's the first foul of the quarter and only the 2nd team foul of the entire game against USJ. And you've got a combination of substitutes, and Jeff Jones is going with a little bit smaller lineup in here right now to see if he can get more speed. So Wallace Driver working against Shaw. And you had Ridgely Reagan calling for it underneath, and he's calling for it again. And let's see. Foul is going to be charged to Reed Finney, his 2nd. It's not a shooting foul. 2nd team foul of the quarter on the Bruins. And Mills is going to come right back in as soon as we have another break in the action. And there you go, tipping it away. Bruins forcing the 3rd turnover of the game. Once again, it's critical for them to get something off of that. Going for the bomb. Tried to get the bank in there, and it didn't go. And here you go with Rose, and they are in a hurry. And Rose with the jumper that doesn't go. And let's see if it's an over-the-back violation, and it is. Foul is charged to Berman Jenkins. That is his 1st. So they fritter away another golden opportunity here to extend the lead, and the Bruins have just not been able to get anything offensively to churn. Mills is going to work one-on-one and takes a spin move and draws the foul. And that one may be on Kelsey Rose. It is. So Rose commits his second. Not anything critical. Well, they are going to bring him out, but it's still not anything critical for the Eagles to worry about at this point. And the bounce pass on the inside and the foul before he could make the drive. And it looks like that's on Co Vargason. That's his first. But that is the fourth team foul. That could be a big factor for the Bruins. They go to Mills. No call on that, and Mills can't get it to go, but he will draw the foul. Don't count that as a shot for Mills. And the foul is on Deuce Lawrence, his first, and so the Bruins will be in the bonus for the rest of the quarter, and that may be what they have to do, is to try to attack the basket and draw fouls. They've successfully done so far in this period. And Bruins finally get another one on the board to make it an 11-3 game. And that one, you could almost tell he bent right when he tried to put that up, and it was almost like he was twisting his body. And they finally get it across, and a steal. And here's one they've got. No, they don't have. It's going to be going all the way down, and kicking it off the glass was Hayes Carney. Couldn't make it run. And Jenkins, looking for an opening, turns and fires and can't get it. So Mills with the rebound. And this is one of the lowest scoring boys games I've seen in a long time. From the corner, the three is not there, but it is a three-shot foul as Jenkins commits his second. So the Bruins will take it any way they can get them, and particularly with the clock stopped. So this is going to be a three-shot opportunity for Sam Cale. And he dices that one through. The Bruins with only one field goal in the game, and yet they're only down 7 at this point. So their defense has been delivering. And checking in as Jenkins comes out with his 2 fouls, Caden Cook, the junior, comes back in for the Eagles. And the hat trick for Sam Cale. So the Bruins have closed it to within 5. And I'll tell you what, Mills Terry wanted to make a big run and try to see if he could steal that one away from Deuce Lawrence. And from the corner, the three does not go, but they get the offensive board. 3 again doesn't go. And here you go with Cale taking it. Forces it up high and connects. Sam Cale finally gets some energy for the Bruins. And they've closed it to a one-possession game at 11-8. And the foul is going to be charged to Brady Smith. And I think you heard the editorial comment coming from the Bruin faithful. Somehow there's a lady named Olive who is watching out there that I think had a similar thought. And we'll leave it at that. And on the inside, good head fake. Nicely done by Ridgely Reagan, who has been the offense for the Eagles. That's 8 points out of the 13. Bruins taking their time again, trying not to make kind of turnovers that could turn this back into a big margin. Spin move underneath, feeding beautifully to Hayes Carney. Excellent assist on the part of Mills Terry. So the Bruins crack double figures, and we've got a little less than 3.5 to go. Big bomb, way off to the right. Excellent job of saving that one by Reagan. Almost stolen away. It's going back to the Eagles, but Bruin fans give them a huge hand. Excellent job by Brady Smith trying to spirit that one away. And I will tell you, the shooting percentages have not been anything for a highlight reel for either team so far tonight. The give and go, and there was almost no way you were going to stop Aiden Shaw on that one, and that's his first basket of the game. Charlie Redden seeing if he can work one-on-one against Shaw. And the foul as Mills is on the drive, and he draws the foul, so he'll go to the line. That's the big thing about trying to attack the basket and get those fouls, because the Eagles are not in the bonus and USJ is, and they can do this with the clock turned off. Mills sinks it in. So USJ is 5 for 6 from the line tonight, and that's been huge. And again, that one went right. That's unusual that Mills is doing that tonight on his second free throw. They spin right on him. This is Vargason. And Reagan, who has been tremendous offensively tonight with 8. And that one's too high for Shaw. That is the 5th turnover of the game. The Bruins have not been able to get any points off of the Eagle turnover so far. Perhaps this will be the opportunity. And here's Brady. Turnaround. Banks it home. What an athletic move by Brady Smith to nail that one. That's the first shot he's put up of the game tonight, and they do it off the mistake, and we've got a 2-point game now. And they have got the USJ fans into this one now. Student body standing as one. Once again, Shaw. And they go in the middle, and it's knocked away. And it's going back to the Bruins. Turnover number 6. And the Bruins have an opportunity to tie or take the lead, and it looked grim at the end of the first quarter, down 11-2. They go to the inside, and the foul. And that's going to send Mills to the line once again. And I'm trying to see if that's on Ridgely Reagan. That is his second. So Mills has an opportunity to knot this game up. 2 for 4 from the line so far tonight. Gets that first one. So we're down to a 1-point game. Brand new ball game. So the Bruins have clawed their way back from being down 11-2 and not scoring until 26 seconds were left in the first quarter, and we are all even at 15, just a little bit more than a minute remaining. And that one was tipped. And scrambling to try to get back up was Shaw, and the foul is called. He does an excellent job of fighting for those offensive rebounds. The foul is called on Brady Smith, and that is his second. So they're quickly going to get in Logan Foster because they don't want to get Brady in any more foul trouble in the final minute of this first half. And as grim as it has looked, the Bruins, mostly from the free throw line, have been able to do it. That one goes astray once again, and Bruins on the run. They could take the lead for the first time. I don't think they will try to work it down to take the final shot. The jumper. It's there! Sam Cale puts it through. 45 seconds remaining, and the Bruins with their first lead. And how about that? They have gone on a 15-4 run. Shaw tried to drive the baseline, and there was no room. On the inside, they're seeing if he can get position, and it does not go. Rebound to Hayes Carney off the miss by Rose. And they are going to play it for the final opportunity. Who would have thunk it that the Bruins potentially would go to the locker room with the lead? They're going to have to hurry, though. On the inside, Mills got it to drop. Right at the horn, Mills Terry. He's got 8 points. And what a comeback the Bruins have staged to take the lead 19-15 at the end of the first half. How about that? A 17-4 run in that second period to lead 19-15. Well, let's go to the BallGame Blitz Sports Network scoreboard, and let's see what the points look like. Aiden Shaw with 2 for the Eagles. Cole Vargason with 3. Deuce Lawrence with 2, and Ridgely Reagan, the leader, with 8. They've done a good job of defensing Shaw and Jenkins and holding them to a single basket between the two of them. Mills Terry, on the other hand, with that last basket, that gives him 8. Sam Cale with a big second period with 7. Brady Smith 2, and Hayes Carney 2. And so it is a low-scoring 19-15 game, but the Bruins had a wake-up call in that second quarter. Well, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll give you the team stats. So stay with us.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spot even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
This is not your typical car dealer ad. You usually see words like this and numbers like this. I'm not doing it. We have discounts. We have special interest rates, just like everybody else. What they don't have is me. Me. Buy your next vehicle where you feel comfortable, and that's with us. Visit online for savings and rates. You should already be here.
Now we got it. Back we are here at Jackson Christian, and the Lady Bruins, in case you've just joined us, this was a grinder of a game, and they won it 44-37 tonight. And I tell you what, Joel, I'm going to stand up and join you because it makes my camera operator have a little bit of an awkward angle.
There we go.
44-37. You had to grind it out for every point on this one tonight. What's your assessment?
Well, we knew it would be a tough matchup. Great team, well coached. Tony does a great job. It's a place to come play. It's a fun place to play. It's a great crowd, and we knew this would be a great game because of all of those things. We didn't probably shoot it as well tonight as we have. I'm not positive of what you may know a little better than me from statting it. We didn't turn them over like we did the last time. They handled the ball very well and did a lot of good stuff. So it was kind of a grinded out game. Proud of our kids. We had. Our senior Ava Barn was out, so we played a little different, from that standpoint, from the size standpoint. Played a lot of young kids, had some kids step up. We say this a lot. You don't always have to show up in the scorebook to make an impact on the game. and really thought we had a lot of kids impact the game in a lot of different ways. Jesse Vi, Lita Rose, freshman, stepped out there and did a good job in ways that probably don't show up in that scorebook so much.
Well, one of the things, we gave our Bruin Ruin Award to Mia Spellings.
She's phenomenal.
That three she came up with to make it 41-35 and basically force a two-possession game down the stretch. That was with the poise of a senior.
Well, we tell her, like I said, it's all, you're in the driver's seat. Like the game isn't always going to boil down to how many points you have, although you have the ability to shoot it. She's a good shooter. I said, what keeps you on the floor, whether you're, you as a sophomore or a freshman or even a senior or a junior, is what you do in all those other situations, guarding the ball, rebounding, making the right pass, all of those type things. And then for whatever reason, those moments will happen when you live in all those other moments.
Right.
And she was huge for us tonight. There's been 2 or 3 games this year where she's been really big. We played McKenzie earlier in the Christmas tournament. She was big for us. She was big for us tonight. And we told her, we said, look, we need that you every game. And we're not talking about the scoreboard. We're talking more just the other stuff. And I was very proud of her.
How much pause did it give you when Halen was called for the second foul in the first quarter?
Well, obviously it changes your mindset as a player, whether you want it to or not. And look, I had to get on to her. I thought, man, there's a couple times I think they could have gave you the third one. Be careful. Now, I think it was a bad call. I think it was not the correct call.
We're not going to get you fined.
But you know what I mean? But at that moment, I tell kids all the time, you're always going to have a bum one, so don't get a dumb one. I'm
going to remember that and steal that line from you.
It's going to happen, especially in the first half of a ball game. You're going to have a bum call where it could have really not gone against you. So that dumb one that you had, it really hurts in those scenarios. And I don't know that her first one was a dumb one. I'm not saying that really, but that's a general rule as we tell kids, let's play smart. We want to play aggressive. We're okay with a foul. If you leave a game and don't ever foul, you probably weren't playing aggressive enough. But let's. I thought the first quarter, they went to the free throw line, and that was not smart on our part. 1, we got kids in foul trouble. 2, we fouled them to a point that they had 5 fouls, and they either had 4 or 6 free throws in the first quarter, and that's on us.
Yep.
That's on. Sometimes people cause that, but as a general rule, that's on you as a defender to know where you're at and what the situation is in the game.
Well, we go down the stretch Friday night, hit the road on that one. Tell us what you expect.
Well, we played TRA earlier. They're really young. They're rebuilding. It's at their place, so we do have to make that road travel. Play that one on Friday, come back in, have a big rival game at Trinity on Monday night.
That one's just been added in there as a makeup.
So and then we turn right back around and drive back to Memphis area and go to Summerville to play Fayette on Tuesday. Well, we're off on the Friday, so it's a Sacred Heart game without the girls. So we got 3 games in 4 days kind of deal right there. But we're looking forward to it. We're trying to build some momentum and keep heading in the right direction down the stretch.
Well, like Ralph Turner says, you got to win the ugly ones as well as the pretty ones. And tonight, maybe a little bit ugly in stretches, but you came away with the W. And congratulations, and we will see you Friday night.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joel. Joel Ayers, the head coach of the USJ Lady Bruins, and we will get ready for the start of this second half between USJ and Jackson Christian. If you just tuned in, the first quarter was probably one of the low points of USJ basketball this or any season. They only got the first basket that they had in the game with 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. And it was an 11-2 first quarter score. And it was not a spectacular quarter for the Eagles, to be candid with you. It wasn't. But in that second period, It was wake-up call time, a 17-4 run on the part of the Bruins as they began to feel their tempo and their rhythm. And so Mills Terry and Sam Cale combined for 15 points. Key thing to look at, fouls right now, is for the Eagles, Kelsey Rose, Berman Jenkins, each with 2, Ridgely Reagan with 2. For USJ, Brady Smith and Reed Finney, each with 2. Not a critical situation yet, but it's when they get those third fouls that you begin to get a little nervous, particularly if somebody picks up a third foul early in the second half. It's going to be Eagle ball to start this second half. Sure do appreciate Joel Ayers joining us here tonight and always gives such a solid assessment of where his team was and coming away sweeping the season series for the Lady Bruins against Jackson Christian. And the floater does not go, and the rebound comes off to Hayes Carney. Rose had a look. And from the corner, the 3 caroms off, and the rebound back to Rose. That was a big 3-point opportunity for the Bruins, and that might have erupted their fans. From behind the arc, the 3 is off the mark, and here goes Brady Smith with the rebound, and he's on the run. And underneath, Mills had it knocked away, and another rebound for Kelsey Rose. That's 6 for him tonight. Mills looked like he was destined to drop one, and it didn't happen. When these two teams played at USJ, it was 49-44 Jackson Christian. And a steal. Let's see what happens this time. It's a 3-on-1 situation. And Mills will go to the line for 2. Again, that aggressive action at the basket. And it's on Co Vargason. That'll be his second. Mills so far tonight is 4 of 6 from the free throw line. That's such an emotional lift in a game like this to get the first point of the period in and out. And in and out. That's, again, a rarity to see Mills Terry do that twice. Jenkins with the rebound. Bruins very, very quick to pick up the tempo defensively. Playing largely a man-to-man situation here. We haven't seen them play much zone tonight. And stripped away on that one. That's turnover number 8. And taking it all the way down, and they're going to wipe it off. And you could hear a collective no going at the opposite end. Bruins not in what you would really call a half-court trap. They only kept Sam Cale back in the backcourt. And they were going for one. And again, Jackson Christian is giving the Bruins every opportunity. Now they've got to be able to capitalize on one. That's 3 straight turnovers. But the Bruins have not been able to score. Brady looking for anything he can get open in the middle. And from the corner, the 3 is there for Wallace Driver. And timeout called by Kyle Teichman, and the Bruins are jumping on air. 22-15, back in a moment.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Well, you could say, Wallace Driver, where have you been all night? He had put up 2 other threes, one that came very close to dropping, but that time he got all of it. And that was off the turnover. Finally, after 3 turnovers in a row, that's 7 points off the mistakes, and they're back in that half-court trap, trying to keep them from getting the ball across within the 10-second time limit. They just did navigate it across. And nicely done, moving from left to right, Ridgely Reagan. And again, he has been the offense for the Eagles tonight. Back to a 5-point lead for the Bruins. Sam Cale, who had 7 in the first half, and they were so spread out that it was hard to remember that he was piling up that total. We're under 5 minutes in the third period. Brady is right there at the line and has it knocked away by Kelsey Rose. And Rose thought it was his ball, and it may be. And the officials are discussing it. And it's going in the opposite direction, and Jeff Jones doesn't like it one bit. Now, talk about a bang-bang play. That's exactly what that one was. Getting down to the 4.5-minute mark, almost a steal by Hayes Carney. Vargason trying to find anybody open. There's a lot of crisscrossing going down inside the paint. And losing it, but are they going to call a foul from behind? Yes, they are. And it looks like that's on Sam Cale. That would be his first. Looked like they were coming perilously close to a steal. And again, this is going to be a low-scoring one, particularly for any kind of boys basket. Here's a steal. It's going to be a foot race. And down the stretch he goes. Mills Terry with the steal. That is 9 points off turnovers for the Bruins. They are up by 7, a 3-possession lead. And turnaround and firing it. That's just pure athleticism on the part of Ridgely Reagan. 24-19. What a steal that was by Mills Terry. Three and a half remaining. Fall away. Does not drop, and the rebound comes off to Kelsey Rose. It looked as though Hayes Carney had that one headed right for him, and it wouldn't drop. So a chance to cut it back to a 2-point lead on this possession. They have had only 1 3 in the game tonight. As we're down to 3 minutes. And that one, no call on that one. Yes, it is. Oh, my goodness. Kelsey Rose with his third, and he led with the elbow to the throat. Looked more like a WWE move, and so the turnover gives possession back to the Bruins. And Reed Finney will come back to toss it in. Hayes Carney will come out. 13 turnovers they have forced. They have picked up 9 points off the Eagles' mistakes. And again, another huge possession to try to get it back to a 3-possession lead. Forcing it home was Mills Terry. He is having himself a night. They slow the tempo down again. There's going to be an opening, but it went off his foot. Bruins save it. Reagan with the turnover. And the tension continues to build, 26-19. Bruins could make it a 3-possession lead, possibly even a 4, as we get close to 2 minutes remaining. And taking it to the deck hard, and Reagan didn't like the call. And that is his 3rd foul. And they're coming over to address it with Jeff Jones. Third foul on Reagan, so the Bruins will play it underneath their own basket. That is only the third team foul. And here they go again. He's being double teamed. They are really they're bearing down on Mills Terry for the bomb. No. High for the rebound is Berman Jenkins. Sam had the range, but it just would not drop. We're under 2 minutes. The jumper. And not getting the friendly roll on it. The rebound, Mills Terry. And that one just went way high off the hands of Mills Terry. I think he was looking for a foul. Driving to the inside. Shaw has it stripped away, but the foul is called. Hayes Carney getting set to check back in for the Bruins, and for the Eagles, it'll be Carlos Robertson. And Shaw goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. They've only been there twice in the entire game, and you got to figure Shaw's going to deliver from the stripe. And he sliced it back to a 2-possession game, and now the officials are having a conference before this second free throw. Unfortunately, it almost serves to ice the shooter. And considering where we are right now, and checking out is Brady Smith. Now it looks like Smith is just coming back down to pick up Kelsey Rose at the opposite end. And he got the friendly roll on the second one. They've only picked up 6 points in this period, but they are within 5 once again. And another big possession for the Bruins, trying to extend the lead late in the third quarter. It is so difficult to win on the road, even if it's only about 3 miles from your location, and Brady Smith will go to the line for 2. They have held him to a single basket tonight, but he'll take him any way he can get it. That's the second foul on Carlos Robertson. Brady had 10 when these two teams met the first time, right through the heart. This to make it a 3-possession lead. We're a little bit less than a minute remaining in the third quarter. And that one rims off right, but it's a lane violation. So wipe that off. It's as if Brady didn't even shoot it. He'll have another one. And Caden Cook didn't like the call. He didn't think he was in the lane too quick. And in and out. Rebound to Jenkins. He has 5 of them tonight. And we're in the final minute of this third period. Tried a double head fake and it didn't work. Jenkins with the fall away. And it doesn't go. But it goes right back to him. And it's kicked away, and the foul is called as he was on the drive. That is only the 4th team foul, and it is charged to Brady Smith. That will be his 3rd, I do believe. It's not a crisis situation for Brady because with 3 fouls in this situation, although they are going to get in Logan Foster as soon as there's a break in the action. Down to the final half minute. They may work it down for the final shot opportunity. Shaw's going to try to take it all the way down, and it rolls off. And possession goes to the Bruins. Shaw has been held to 4 points tonight. And the Bruins can now play it for the final opportunity of this third quarter. Picking up the tempo just a bit as we're under 10 seconds. Right down the lane, and the foul. What a move by Logan Foster. He saw the ticket and he took it. And the foul is the 3rd on Carlos Robertson. Bruins could have their largest lead of the game at 9 if Logan connects. And way right. Big opportunity now for the Eagles to try to get one in. A big bomb. No, air ball. Shaw went for the 3, and he was way too far outside. So the Bruins with a 10-6 edge in the third quarter. They lead by 8, but we still got 8 important minutes remaining, and we'll see them after this important message.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
(29-21), Bruins by 8. If you saw the first quarter, you probably wouldn't have believed it. But they had a huge second period, and they held serve with a 10-6 edge in the third period. And now the key thing is for the Bruins to finish. That did not happen when they played at USJ on January the 5th, when it got away from them, and it was a 49-44 Jackson Christian victory. But the Bruins will have first possession here in the final period. And the key thing, they have only turned it over 6 times in this game in making smart passes and smart possessions. Tell you what, this is a battle between Shaw and Wallace Driver. Mills Terry, deceptively slow, going for the bomb. That's short. No, it's there! Wallace Driver, there was not a way in the world that I thought that thing was going to drop. And the Bruins by 11. It's been hard to get, and that's another steal. 15th turnover. But they turn it right back over. And they're trying to get it down on the inside. He's too far underneath and still does deliver it. Ridgely Reagan with 14, and it's off the turnover, and timeout is called. The Bruins still on top by 9. We'll be back with the final 7 minutes after this.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Our location is right at the top of the gym, and I must tell you, from our vantage point, it looked like there was no possible way that Wallace Driver's shot was going to be anything but short, and it fooled me. Bruins trying to get it back out to a double-digit lead. They are being challenged further up the court by both Shaw and Jenkins. Between the two of them, they've only scored 4 points in the game tonight. And they work it around the perimeter once again. And driving to the inside, and the foul for Mills Terry. The foul is charged to Rose, and that is his 4th. So Kelsey Rose is in deep foul trouble now, the freshman who has done a great job defensively tonight. And Mills Terry with 14 and a chance to make this, and it goes right. Rebound to Rose. He's picked up 8 rebounds as well, but they're not going to bring him out. They figured they're going to go to the rest of the dance with him as long as they possibly can. Traveling, dragged the foot, Aiden Shaw. He was looking for a cutter, and his foot dragged on the floor, and As they used to say, our old friend Ernest Tubb used to say, I'm walking the floor over you. I thought Paul Schultze was going to join me in a chorus of that one. 6:15 remaining. Bruins have controlled it from about the midway point of the second quarter, but there's lots of time remaining. They're skating a little time off the clock, but the key thing is they cannot play just not to lose. And that one is a foul. Smart move on the part of Sam Cahill because he sensed the defender coming on top of him. And for Co Vargason, that's number 3. So Sam with an opportunity to add to the margin. Perfect. That's 8 for Sam tonight. This would make it a 5-possession lead. And indeed he does. So Jackson Christian not in a desperation stage at this point, but they've got to get some points quickly, and that goes off the mark. They get the offensive board and back through, and the foul. That's one way you do it, and Reagan, who has again been their primary offense tonight, has a chance for a 3-point play. The foul charge to Hayes Kearney, that is his first. Reagan has been so strong on the offensive boards tonight. You don't want to give up 3-point plays. That one's short. Mills the rebound, his 4th. He has 14 points in the contest tonight. On the inside it goes. And Brady can't get it to drop and saves it. Brady, a tremendous save. He would not give up on that ball. There you go. The drive is there. The give and go to Brady Smith. Back to the 13-point margin. 5 minutes remaining. Jackson Christian has got to make some things happen now. They cannot wait to a flashy comeback at the end. That one beautifully navigated on the inside to Ridgely Reagan. He's got 18, and we have timeout. It's an 11-point lead for the Bruins.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
My man Billy Bolin is directing the telecast tonight, and he told me before the game that he did not want to have a repeat of what we had last night at Union University with a triple overtime game. Union fell 104 to 101 and missed a shot at the horn that would have sent it to a 4th overtime. And to be candid with you, I hope we don't see that tonight. The Bruins are going to face all court pressure, but they get it in quickly. But double teaming and in deep trouble is Wallace Driver, but that tremendous ball handling to get it across midcourt. And timeout is called. We're going to keep it right here with 4:45 remaining. Jeff Jones wants to settle them down because they could have been forced into a turnover situation like that. As they are going to come forward with all court pressure, they're going to be double teaming the basketball. It was excellent ball handling by Wallace Driver. And I got to tell you, those 2 3-pointers that came at critical stages for the Bruins in the 3rd and 4th quarters have been huge for them in this total tonight. But Mills Terry has been playing like a man with a mission. 14 points in the game. He's got 4 rebounds. He's got 4 assists. And he's going to toss it in as they go into their stack formation. But they've still got some work to do. We get close to the 4.5-minute mark. And what they cannot afford to do is start making what my old friend Jonathan Husky would say are silly mistakes. Protecting the basketball is such a key right here as the clock ticks down. You got an 11-point lead, but that can go away in a hurry. Turnaround, fires it, and it's way off the mark, and the rebound comes to Deuce Lawrence. And Shaw, and I can tell you that one did not set well with the Bruin fans. So they'll play it underneath. It's not a shooting foul. Sam Cale is charged with his 2nd foul, and boy, he went to the deck hard. Another one of those bang, bang plays. Underneath, wide open is Ridgely Reagan. 20 points he has had tonight. And it's down to a 9-point margin, and reaching in trying to get the steal is Berman Jenkins. They won't shoot that one, but Jenkins commits his 3rd. Vargason has 3. Kelsey Rose with 4. Ridgely Reagan with 3. Carlos Robertson with 3. They are mounting up, but that is only the 2nd foul of the quarter on the Eagles. But we've still got virtually half a quarter remaining. They don't have to be in a big hurry, but again, they have to be smart with their passes. And also trying to set screens as well, as we're down to 3.5 minutes. Mills looking for somebody to cut. He finally gets him. And here's Wallace working one-on-one against Lawrence. They've shaved off 31 seconds off the clock on this possession. Sam working against Berman Jenkins, and that one goes astray. And they give it back to the Bruins. And they're going to have a discussion about it. Jackson Christian trying to negotiate. It is going to the Bruins. This possession started 44 seconds ago. A basket here would be huge. But again, they've held on to the ball now for a full minute. This is almost like watching it. There's the foul, and that's going to be on Shaw. He's only committed 1, and that may be what they have to do is try to get USJ in the bonus. They're bringing back into the game Carlos Robertson and Kelsey Rose. 2:48 remaining. The possession started with 3:51 to go. And they're going to take it back behind midcourt. They're in the middle. Going for the bomb. No, it does not fall, but they get the offensive board, and the basket is there for Wallace Driver. Excellent offensive board. They shaved off nearly a minute and a half on the clock. The jumper, it's blocked, but they're going to say that there was body contact by Wallace Driver. And that will send Shaw to the line, and he is ultra dependable from there. But the Bruins have done a tremendous job on him tonight. He only has 4 points. He had 20 when they played at USJ. That was the first foul on Wallace Driver. And checking in again is Deuce Lawrence. Coming out is Berman Jenkins. This to cut it to 9, and he does. He's like the most dependable credit card. You don't leave home without him. We're getting close to 2 minutes away. A 3-possession lead for the Bruins. The basic thing is protecting it and the basketball. And the foul. That is still only the 4th team foul, so they're not going to shoot. As we have hit 2:02. The foul is on Shaw. The next one will put the Bruins in the bonus. Or will it? I'm looking over here, and they only say 3 team fouls. I believe that was the 4th. No, that is the 5th team foul there. Okay, they got it straightened out, and that one's in and out for Hayes Carney. And again, they get substitutions again. Cole Vargason is coming in for his long-distance shooting ability, but remember, they have only connected on 1 3-pointer, and it was Vargason himself back in the first quarter. This is huge. It would make it a 4-possession game, and he does. Hayes Carney, 3 points. They are so important now because it means 4 possessions they would have to have, and 3 of them would have to be with 3-pointers. And the seconds continue to tick away. Big bomb. Not there. High for the rebound is Mills Terry, his 5th. Bruins trying to salt it away. And they feed inside to Wallace Driver. That gives him 10. 12-point lead. They still, here's a steal. It's down the stretch he goes, and that's a biggie for Brady Smith. Ain't the Coke good, Olive? He nailed it off the turnover. That goes away, and another rebound for Mills Terry. That fruitcake and the chocolate chip cookies are also good, Olive. 45-31, and if you had seen the first quarter, you would not believe this, but the Bruins have totally dominated. We're going to keep it right here. They were leading 29-21 coming into this fourth quarter. They trailed 11-2. They didn't even get a basket until there were 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It looked like almost a funeral dirge the way the game was being played. They were down 11-2, and then they began to muscle their way very gradually. Had a 17-4 run in the second period to lead at halftime 19-15. And then it was an 8-point lead as we came into this fourth quarter, and the Bruins have done it again. It has been a 16-10 edge here in the fourth quarter, and I do believe that they are going to be celebrating over at USJ tonight. 45-31, and they have done it decisively, and it's Bruins ball. And the foul away from the ball. And that'll send him to the line again. That is on Rose, and that will be his 5th foul. So Kelsey Rose checks out. No scoring tonight. He did come away with 8 rebounds. And he had a couple of assists in the game. They will bring back in Carlos Robertson. But the aggressive attacking the basket, the Bruins have done an excellent job of forcing fouls in this second half. Hayes has that one to go in and out. But this would make it in and out. It just didn't go. Cook the rebound. They're going to get it down as quickly as they can, but we're under a minute, and they're down 14. And they kick it away again. That is the 18th turnover of this game. They're open, wide open to Mills Terry. Brady Smith on the assist. They have done a number tonight here. in the second half in particular. And that one goes off of the hands of Caden Cook. Turnover number 20. And that is just stellar defense on the part of the Bruins that are going home with their 15th victory tonight, and it's huge to be able to do this on the road against Jackson Christian. He's going to take it all the way down the lane. It was slapped away. Wallace thought he had a ticket, and he came close to doing it, and here they go again. And they're in the final 10 seconds, and they're just going to scout it away. And their standing is one for the Bruins as USJ sweeps this doubleheader. The final, USJ 47 and Jackson Christian 31. The Lady Bruins won a grinder 44-37 tonight. Let's go to your BallGame Blitz Sports Network scoreboard, and we'll give you the final totals on all of this. And I'm going to try to get my Worthy Road Studios calculator working as well. And let's take a look at this. For Jackson Christian, 20 points for Ridgely Reagan. As we said most of the game, he was the offense for Jackson Christian. Aiden Shaw and Berman Jenkins that had 37 points between the two of them over at USJ 18 days ago. 6 points for Aiden Shaw tonight. Jenkins was held scoreless. He did come up with 6 rebounds in the game. Now let's look at it over for the Bruins. And in that second half, Mills Terry was playing like a man on a mission. 16 points he delivered. He had 6 rebounds. He had 4 assists in the game, and he was just unstoppable, particularly when he got open. You cannot say enough about the efforts of Wallace Driver, who had 2 clutch three-pointers in the third and fourth quarters that extended this lead for the Bruins and really perked up their confidence. He also had 4 rebounds, 10 points, 4 rebounds for Wallace Driver. Sam Cale had 7 points in the second quarter when the Bruins began to make their move. He added a couple of free throws that were crucial in the fourth quarter. 9 points, 3 rebounds. Brady Smith tonight, 7 points. Not as many as he had in the first matchup between the two of them, but he was doing many, many things without the basketball tonight. And then it was Hayes Carney with 3, and Hayes was all over the place. He came up with a couple of steals tonight, and Logan Foster with 2. What a night it was for the Bruins after they looked hopelessly, almost as if they were at a funeral in the first quarter, and then they just put it on. Since the first quarter when they were down 11-2, they outscored the Eagles 45-20, and how about that? Our Bruin Ruin Award tonight goes to Mills Terry because of all of the things he did, and particularly you saw his facial expression out there tonight was amazing, and the intensity that he played. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He is our Bruin Ruin winner tonight because he did a lot to ruin the chances of the Eagles tonight, and it was a resounding victory. The final score, 47-31. We're going to be on the road with you on Thursday night as we travel down to Tipton Rosemark Academy. And if you can't make it down there, we sincerely hope that you'll be joining us right here on the BallGame Blitz Sports Network. And I'll be looking forward to seeing some of you there. And again, if you can't, we love to have you on board right here, and it is a fantastic evening for the Bruins. The Lady Bruins winning it 44-37 in one that you just say you had to gut it out. Not a pretty one, but if you can win, as I mentioned to Joel Ayers, this is Coach Ralph Turner used to say, you got to win the ugly ones as well as the pretty ones. And tonight it was a little more on the ugly side, but they managed to have it. So it's a sweep tonight. It's a happy night for Bruin fans, and we have had a fantastic evening. Do we have the credits, Mr. Bolin? Well, if you will allow me to join you over here, our telecast tonight was directed by the ever-cool, ever-present Billy Bolin, excuse me. That's what happens after you do a triple overtime game on a Monday night. And Our camera operators tonight, Christopher Reasons and Adriana Bolin. The executive producer of Worthy Road Studios is the incomparable Paul Schultze. And I'm Steve Beverly, and it's been a fun night to be with you here. And so until we're with you again on Friday night on this happy night for Bruin fans, so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports.
The Jackson Rockabillys, Union and Bethel Universities, USJ, TCA, JCS, and Peabody.
Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers.
Thanks to the sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.